welcome to Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast, your podcast dedicated to all things Animal Crossing. Episode 221 is brought to you by Wondar, one of our newest Patreon patrons. This episode is also possible thanks to our producers, For the Whim, Tiger Yuri, Tab, Mikito, and Lazy Villager Megan Leslie. This week, Nina, Sergio, and I will be discussing the new Nook shopping items, the latest Pocket Camp update, and what we would want out of an Animal Crossing mobile game. So to begin, hello Sergio, how are you doing?
Hi Chuy, I'm doing good, but I could be doing better if I had bought turnips yesterday and I wanted to, and I tried, and I spent like half an hour looking for Daisy May, and I don't know where she was. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find her.
That's wild. Yeah, kind of. Maybe she's just hiding from you these days.
She was on the
these
fourth
Daisy
level.
Mays. Yeah, I mean, could be. It's not impossible. And then, hi Nina, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I've had a long weekend and I've been sick since I don't know last Tuesday. So I'm starting to feel better, but I'm pooped.
Yeah. Well, hopefully this is the first day that you get just like some nice sleep and can really recover from all of that.
I'm hoping so too. And it's not COVID, I found out, which is good. It's just like
That's
weird,
fantastic.
awful sinuses.
Yeah, that is really good. Or good to hear for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's go ahead and kick off our show with some icebreakers. Sergio, I'm going to ask you something today.
Okay.
I know your eating habits have changed. You're eating salads now. Who would have thought that would happen? So my question for you is, what is your favorite vegetable?
Or leafy green.
Yeah.
Okay, all things considered, not just, the taste and the convenience, I'm gonna go with spinach.
Oh,
yeah. That
is the leafiest of greenies.
Yeah, like it's the good lettuce. Let's call it. And it's better for you, and it actually has better taste and texture. Yeah, I like lettuce. Spinach a good amount.
Yeah, spinach is
That's
delicious.
awesome. How do you like to have your spinach? Do you like? Is it like the base of your salads, or what do you like to do with that?
Yeah, pretty much. Or yeah, smoothies for sure, and anything that it can go with, like just in any meal that I could throw some spinach in. Yeah, it goes in.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm going grocery shopping tomorrow, and I'm like, I need some spinach. I'm all out right now, so I'm right there with you.
Gotta get on that arugula game too. Oh, I love arugula.
Oh yeah. Yep. So many good veggies out there. All right, Sergio, you're up.
All right, Nina, you're gonna like this question, I think.
Okay.
So you imagine you are in this scenario. You're in the craziest water gun fight that you're ever gonna be in. It's like life or death type situation here.
How powerful are the guns?
Well, it's not the gun; it's what you put inside of it. You have to pick whatever goes instead of water that is gonna do the most damage. So, what do you choose?
But it has to be a liquid.
Yes, right. It can't be like acid or lava because it's gonna melt your gun. Like, it has to be something that can be in there.
I definitely thought of lava. Man, I think something real stinky. I think like, like I don't know why I know that this is so stinky, but like coyote urine is real stinky.
Oh, okay.
Something that's just gonna like incapacitate people.
Yeah.
Man, but I don't know how much damage it would actually do. It'd just be real awful.
Yeah. No, that works.
I'll be like the opposite of a mage for my team. Unhealing.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Nice.
That's a great answer.
Thank you. Okay, Chuy.
Yes.
If you were a snow boy in Animal Crossing, or a snow papa, or whoever, whatever version of the snow people you want to be, what kind of
Mm-hmm.
prize, like winter prize, would you give out?
Ooh.
Oh. Well, I imagine I would still do something wintry or something that like makes sense in the winter, you know?
Yeah.
I am really into sweaters.
Oh.
And so I think I would just like create a huge assortment of sweaters.
Yeah.
Snowboy themed sweaters to go
Ooh.
with everybody.
I love it. It's so cozy.
Yeah. I know you love designing, you know, Noel's sweaters, right?
And
So,
just sweaters in general. Yeah.
yeah, so it might be a good fit for you.
You'd be the cozy boy instead of the snow boy.
Yeah, I'd be the snow boy that says, "It's just so cold. I
Oh.
wish we could keep warmer," you know?
Aw. Man,
So that would be how I address that.
cool. I like it.
Nice.
Awesome. That's a fun one.
Thanks.
I like thinking of little prizes for people. All right, and speaking of things that we can get into Animal Crossing, let's talk about the new Nook shopping items. Nina, you've done a great job here compiling all of the new items that people can get or cannot get anymore, right? So yeah, you want to take us through on those?
Yeah, because February is kind of a big month for our Nook shopping items, the international ones. So there are 4 that are gone already. That started kind of end of January, beginning February. So the Rossetti model for Groundhog's Day was January 25th to February 2nd. But I know we've got some time travelers that listen, so if you want to go back and get it, you can. There's also my favorite, the Setsubun beans that you
Nice.
throw at the ogres. It's such a good one. That was the 25th through the 3rd. So that ended on Setsubun, which is interesting. I wish it kind of went a little bit further past. Also gone are the Lunar New Year envelopes. Happy Year of the Tiger, boys.
Yeah.
What is your Chinese zodiac?
I'm next year the rabbit.
Oh, that's fun.
Which is Sergio too, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, you're both rabbits.
Mhm.
I'm sheep
Oh, that's
or
cute.
goat. Yeah.
Oh, we should
I don't
make
know.
little Animal Crossing zodiac characters.
Oh, that would be really cute.
I'm gonna have to work
Yeah.
on that. I need to write this down before I forget.
Yeah, I like that idea.
So, hold on, writing it down. Zodiac, Sergio, Chuy,
Sergiac. That's what I did. I think that's the way to do it.
Sergio, you're the same year as me, right? You're a rabbit. I think
Yes.
you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, where was I? Oh, Lunar New Year. So you get the little red envelope with the money and you get the cool door decoration. Those ended February 6th. So go back and grab those. Then also, I think this is Korean. I'm not positive. And I'm very sorry if I pronounce these incorrectly, but there's a lucky pouch for Solal, I think. And that ended on the 6th, February 6th. Okay, those are all the things that are gone. The rest of these things are either now or upcoming for February. The Valentine's Day chocolate heart and the like flower heart wreath are back. February 1st through the 14th. I've also heard mumblings that we might be getting hot chocolate again. Have you guys heard this? From New Leaf?
I've been hearing some rumors for sure.
Right.
Oh, it's exciting. I can't wait to find out.
Yeah. And I think that is the day I come back to the game too.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So I should be able to get it. Yeah.
I might have to
I've
visit.
been very worried about that.
Because I'm still, I was too busy this weekend nannying to restart my game, but I still want to restart my game, so I'm going to miss out on that.
Yeah, you don't want to miss out. It's great. Yeah.
The big game celebration, which is the Super Bowl, the megaphones. I think there's 4 different megaphones or 5, and the American football rug. January 15th through February 15th. And then I think this is new, you guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's a new Carnival of Venice mask, February 17th through March 1st. Did I miss that last year?
It doesn't sound familiar from last year. And the
That
rest
sounds
do.
new to me.
Yeah.
We're going to have to check
that
it
must
out.
be a new one.
Yeah. I don't know yet if it's wearable or if it's a decoration or something, but it looks fancy, which is exciting. And then also returning is the Hinamatsuri Blossom Lantern, and the stage with like the little dolls on it that are February 25th through March 3rd. So we have to wait a little while for that one, but lots of really fun stuff, fun international stuff in February.
Yeah, that's always great.
Yeah.
I love when I love those. I also, just like as a little reminder for everyone, if you haven't yet, like go to that menu, and I think the button is X, but press X and it'll give you a little detail about the holiday, and just it's a small little thing, but it's like in general pretty nice, so you can learn a little bit about the holidays that they're recognizing in the game.
Yeah.
Because it really does draw from like a lot of things all over the world, which is pretty cool.
So many. I mean, in this one alone, we have two different things from two different things from Japan, America, China, South Korea, another America, and Italy. So like, there you go.
Yeah. So many places that you can visit from Animal Crossing. Yeah. Luckily, I am glad several of these, it seems, especially the Carnival of Venice one, I'm going to be playing again by then, so it's not like something that I have to miss out on. And so, yeah, I'm just happy that there is going to be some fun stuff for me to log into and find,
Yeah, with pretty nice windows, so you don't let it stress you out.
Yeah, I'm glad. So that is not the only Animal Crossing update that we've got today. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp update. And just a question for both of you. I think I know the answer here, but have you tried it out? Have you played the update? Have you downloaded it? Have you even checked into the game in the last year?
I watched
Sergio,
the trailer. Sergio, did you
watch
see
the trailer?
Did you see the trailer at all?
I did watch the trailer, and I did download the update. I do have the widget on my phone, and I check it out every now and then. They have cute messages there, but that's about it. I mean, when it first came out, I logged in and I got some, the free items you get every day, and that was about it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you know a little bit of what's happened. I've got some extensive notes on what this includes, and as well as like some stuff that's like not quite mentioned that I thought was like, oh, this is a nice little change to what we're used to seeing in this game. But this update has taken the game to version 5.0, so it was pretty substantial, I guess, thinking that, whenever it changes that full version number, it tends to be a little bit bigger, right? So with this one specifically, when you first load it up, it's really nice to see like a new title screen. The little splash screen that's like Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Come and get it. Come and play. That screen now has like this really cute like live set that it scrolls through. It's like a cute desk. It's got some photos and books and things, and then there's little villagers in there as well. So it looks kind of like their VR thing basically that they have going on in the thing. New title screen looks way cuter than the little yellow thing with all the different furnitures that we had before. You probably know which one I'm talking about if you loaded the game up at any point. So that is a new little change. So that instantly made it feel like, oh, cool, this feels different than what it was,
Right.
And then after that, the loading screen also has been updated, and the change there is that it now has the planner available there. And the planner is like this big new feature basically that they added that really just like keep tracks of the events that are going on in the game. And I don't know, it's pretty, we'll get more into it, but the loading screen, you can scroll through the planner, see what the calendar is looking like. You can see any stickers that you've added to it as well. That's one of the features there. But yeah, like those two things already, like just upon logging in, I was like, oh, this feels like a fresh game, Pocket Camp, even though it's a lot of the same still, I'll be honest with you. We'll get to that. Okay. The next big thing, I think the first one that should be talked about, there is a new subscription plan available on it. This is the My Memories plan, and this one is only 99 cents per month, so it's now the cheapest plan. I think there was $2.99 and then like the $7.99 plan, right?
Right.
So the My Memories plan, only $1 per month, pretty cheap. With this one, you get 20 Leaf tickets every month. Still not enough. I don't know why they make that number so low. Just give us Leaf tickets. You can purchase planner designs, and like I said, I'll tell you a bit about the planners. The sticker shop is available through there. These stickers can be used on your planner, and then the step count sticker can be used in your planner. I haven't gotten this one to work at all. I don't know what settings I clicked on my phone, but it hasn't shown up for me. And then they also give you an increased reward for the seasonal events. So this one, I didn't play long enough to really see what the benefits were, but it does seem like you get some extra things when you do all of those like gardening events, the fishing events, the scavenger events, you know, the ones that they have.
Right.
They give you some extra stuff, which is like, okay, cool. Then there is some new reaction stamps that you can use. The rest of these features are included in any of the plans that you purchase, but if this is the only one you purchase, you'll get some special reaction stamps that you can use with your friends. That feature, I don't use it too much, but it exists. And then there's shorter crafting times, definitely one of the big benefits of these plans, because crafting times can get really long in the late game. And then there's the Pocket Camp Club Journal, which is probably one of the cuter aspects to the game, honestly. And I'm glad they put it into this like cheaper tier so people can see it. But basically every single month they put out a little journal that has that features a character and then has a bunch of cute little articles to it. It's adorable, I will say. So with the planner, I do want to mention this a little bit. It's it's basically what you would expect a planner to be. It has months, days, years, right? It kind of just lists it all in day mode, but you can make little, not like extensive notes, and they're not notes like with writing at all, but you can put a little sticker down to represent something. The one time I used it, I was like, I worked on my computer all day, so I put a little computer sticker on that date. And I was like, cool, now I remember that day I spent a lot of time on my computer. So it's just like that. Like, to some extent, it gives me kind of nostalgic vibes because of the first Animal Crossing game on GameCube. And what I really liked about that game was there were the journals that you could purchase, and they had all of the month listed out with events and stuff coming up, but you could also write a little note for that month. And that was just in general pretty cute.
Yeah.
I think. This game, there's not the written aspect, which, is kind of a bummer, but it is nice that there's some way to like track your progress and the things you're enjoying. So yeah, it's a strange thing. And like I said too, one of the things it's supposed to do is like it links with your Google Fit app, which I have actually been using quite a bit lately, but it won't connect for me. It's just like another little step counter game that I think could be kind of fun as a note to have in the planner, but unfortunately I haven't gotten it to work at all.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then there is also like this extra little menu where you can buy more stickers. And the thing I like about it is like every once in a while you'll find a sticker that's like some leaf tickets, but they're all mostly bells. Like you just spend bells on the stickers. And then sometimes you spend like a sparkle stone if it's a real special one. But
Okay.
they're relatively cheap. And for me, I'm like, I think I have like 2 million bells or something obscene in that game that I don't need anymore.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just like, cool, I'm just going to buy all of these things because it's only like 1,000 bells for this sticker or 2,000 bells for these two stickers, right? Yeah, kind of a unique thing. And then the last thing that you do unlock through the memories, the Merry Memories plan, is that you can get different themes for your planner as well. Like the
Oh.
exterior can be different. And it's not a big thing, but it is pretty cute. There are only 9 options at the moment. One is the base one that you have for free. Once you sign up for the plan, they give you one for free, and then the rest costs like 60 or 90 leaf tickets, I think it was. So it's not too many plans, and honestly, like you could probably just find one that you really like, maybe a second one if you want to spend some leaf tickets on it. I might spend leaf tickets on a second one, but it's really just like an aesthetic thing that's makes it just look more personalized, right? And because there are only 9 or so options to pick from, there's not a whole lot of variety. Basically, like the other 8 outside of the free ones are just like 2 different colors of 4 different designs. So it's like 4 designs, and each of those have 2 colors. So yeah, that's about it with the planner. It's cute. I think I use it more just because when you do load up the game, it shows up and I'm like, oh, cool, let me scroll through and see when this scavenger hunt is, so I know when I'm not playing this game. I always skip that event. Yeah, so beyond that, there are a bunch of free things included. The first one is that your campsite, once you reach level 20, you can now host up to 16 villagers.
Yes.
It goes up from 8 to 16, and my goodness, is your campsite full.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
seems like
right?
so many.
It is now... this is going to be a wild thing to say, but it's now the Animal Crossing game that lets you have the most villagers.
Yes, that's true.
The most used to be GameCube Animal Crossing
Yes.
with 15 villagers, but now Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, you can have 16. It's wild. So yeah, that's one big change there. The next one, Sergio, you mentioned this, the widget that you can have on your phone.
Right.
This is another free thing, but basically, if your phone can use widgets, check the widget menu. There's after you've updated Pocket Camp, there's probably a new widget in there for you to use, and it's pretty cute. It just has like, it's a calendar basically. It shows you the date and then shows you a character from the game, a villager, and they just have a cute little saying to give you. I've seen like Pascal
Yes.
on there. I've seen all sorts of villagers on there. But yeah, lots of characters giving you the lowdown on their lives. It's cute. And then after that, this one's pretty standard. They added a bunch of new happy homeroom classes. So people who were done with those, I don't know how. I guess people who've kept up with the game all this time are
Yeah.
done. But there's so many of those little classes, the challenges with like Lottie, you know. There's more of them. And then they also increased the max friendship to 62, so you can get your villagers all the way to level 62 friendship. It is wild that there are so many people who have like gotten their villagers that high. They're the true fans at this point.
Yeah,
they're the
for
ones
real.
really keeping the game going, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then lost my place a little bit. Let me see. Oh, okay. These last few I didn't completely understand. This one says like once obtained, corresponding terrain options are automatically placed when Auto Designer is enabled. So I imagine I haven't used the Auto Designer at all, but I imagine it just kind of like decorates for you, and now it chooses terrains that work
Right,
well
right.
with whatever the design is. That's my guess. I didn't, like I said, I didn't completely understand this one. The next one, some difficulty settings were fixed with the Happy Homeroom event class, Camellia Shrine 2. Probably was asking for an item that was too difficult for people to get and get 3 stars on it. That's fine. And then adjustments were made to the on-screen display and some text. That just seems like some normal fixes, you know? Then the last one, this is one that has affected me in the past, but devices with 2 gigabytes of RAM or less may be operationally unstable. So this game might not run well, is what they're warning you
Because
about.
it's so enormous.
It's only gotten bigger. Like there was the big 3.0 update, I think, that like rendered my phone incompatible with the
Yeah.
game before. This one might have done the same thing. For any Android users out there, they have some notes on which phones are compatible or not.
My
So you
gosh.
can go and find out if you played like that. But it's something that's happened to me. And then just for free for everybody, Leaf tickets. Leaf tickets for everyone. So
All right.
yeah, pretty nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then outside of that, you can, be sure if you do want those Leaf tickets, you have till February 26th, 2022
Oh, right.
in order to obtain those. And yeah, that's the big Pocket Camp update. I think it's got some cute things. It's not quite game changing enough for me to come back to it, but of course, we'll talk
Yeah.
about what type of mobile Animal Crossing games we want a little bit later. But I do have a story regarding the premium subscriptions on this and the weirdest opt-out message I've ever sent to a company. So I don't know how many people were around last week when we recorded live, but I did promise a little story regarding this game. I paid for the subscription, the new one. I've been on the Happy Helper plan for a little bit. The one's like $3 a month, and you know,
Right.
when I do log in, I get 60 Leaf tickets. My villager gives me some free stuff that I
Ooh.
was, of course, too lazy to do. It doesn't matter too much, but I subscribed to the new one. It's 99 cents, and when you subscribe to these plans, there is a song that plays, and it only plays once after you have subscribed, and it's so good. It is just such a good song. You can actually, I'll try to link it in the description for everybody, but you can find the subscription song for the Happy Helper plan. And I think it might have been the same one for the what do they call the second plan, like the storage plan or something, the big expensive one. I think those two had the same songs, but I kind of want to find out if that's the case still, because when I subscribed to the 99-cent plan, it had the same song, but it was updated. And
Oh.
it was somehow even better than the original version was.
Chewy,
So,
please
yes,
tell me that you took a screen recording of it.
No, I did not.
No.
So this gets me to my weird opt-out story. I instantly, before I forgot, I was like, well, I have to wait a month now to hopefully listen to this again. But I decided I'm going to cancel my subscriptions with them. And when they're done, I'm going to resubscribe specifically so I can listen to those songs and record them and see if they're different, or see if I did find one video on YouTube where somebody played just a little bit of the song after they had subscribed, because obviously people are like, oh, I don't want my personal information on here as I've recorded my screen,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And so, but like right after that screen disappears, it like plays the new music here, and I'm just oh, it's so good. It's really good. And unfortunately, you can only listen to it once when you subscribe. And so I canceled, and in the message I put, they're always like, why are you canceling? And then I put other, and I said, I'm canceling just so I can resubscribe again and listen to the song that plays when I subscribe.
Release the song.
Yeah.
It's good. It's just really good. So I'm gonna record it for everybody once that month rolls around. I think it's been only a week, unfortunately.
I can't wait.
So I mean, you both are totally welcome to spend 99 cents just to hear this track, but I recommend recording it too, because what's that? That's the price of an iTunes song?
Look,
so
Yeah.
the cheaper ones.
I know that it's only 99 cents, but I also know that I will immediately forget to unsubscribe. So
But here-
it's going to cost more than that.
But here's the thing. You can unsubscribe like directly after,
I guess
and it'll
so.
just like automatically, be settled for you.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll just sit together and I'll be like, just spend 99 cents, and come on, just spend $1. It's worth it.
Oh, Pocket Camp. Your evils never cease.
Yeah, they don't. But if anybody, Sergio, if you're down, you should do it. You should listen to that song, maybe
Yeah.
record it before I do. But or if anybody's listening, please, somebody get a recording of this song. It's just like, it was music to my ears, literally music to my ears. And it's so funny because like I remember specifically when I first subscribed to that plan, and I was just like, what is this song? This is great. What, I want to hear this all the time. And then I was like, what? You can't listen to it again after? But luckily, somebody put a recording out there. Maybe there might be a recording of it by now. Who knows?
Right.
But yeah, I think I'll look for it, and hopefully it's out there. But that's the message I sent to Nintendo, and I really, I so wish that I could be in the room whenever that person reads this unsubscribe message. Like, why did they unsubscribe? Oh, that is weird. They just want to resubscribe to hear the song again? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder if they'll believe me, because I'm doing it. Like, I've
Yeah.
committed. If you're listening to this show, just tweet at me. Just say, hey, I'll come in for an interview. I'll tell you what I thought about that message. They're not listening.
You never know.
You never know, but they're not. All right. So that's all I have to say about Pocket Camp and the weirdest message, the weirdest opt-out message I've ever sent.
Yeah.
Oh, and just so you all know, I love sending opt-out messages. My go-to these days is I'm not rich anymore.
Yeah.
So whenever they ask, like, why are you leaving? And I'm just like, I'm not rich anymore.
Nah, it's all gone.
All the money is gone. I've gone broke. That's the way to do it. You just tell them that, and they're like, oh yeah, we won't bother you. Can't take your money if you don't have any.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right. So I've done a lot of talking. I'll hand it over to both of you. Let's go into our next segment. We're going to talk about what we want from an Animal Crossing mobile game. It's not to say that Pocket Camp doesn't do a good job or anything. I think all of us are just a little bit tired of what Pocket Camp has to offer. And if we got another Animal Crossing mobile game, we want to talk about what we would want, So Sergio, do you want to kick us off here?
Sure thing. And the way I did this is I sort of thought of different ideas that I think would work well for Animal Crossing as a mobile game. So I think I'll just go through them, and then you guys can tell me which ones you like the most. I think I saved the best for last, so we'll see. First and foremost, I thought of one. I wanted a puzzle game with Animal Crossing, and then it hit me that we kind of already got one in New Leaf with the Animal Crossing Puzzle League that we got as part of the Welcome Amiibo update. So we could have something like that. It's touch controls mostly for mobile, so it wouldn't be the same, but I think it could work. So I definitely want that. I also
Mm-hmm.
think the majority of the mini games from New Leaf, from the Island mini games, most of them should be able to work well. At least the ones that would work the best with touch controls. It would be nice to have those. I was even thinking of like the find the matching fossils one. That would definitely work with just your the
Mm-hmm.
touchscreen on the phone. And then we're getting to the better ones. Trust me. Desert Island Escape on the phone. I think that makes so much sense, and I'm surprised this is not a thing already. Uh,
Yeah.
that should definitely be a thing. And then that kind of led me to the wrong way of thinking that, okay, maybe what if we have another Amiibo Festival, right? Amiibo Festival 2 for mobile phones. But the cool thing, the saving grace, if you will, is that if they can use Amiibo cards through the NFC support on most phones, that'll be kind of a cool way to bring Amiibo back and to bring that game back. You would just have to have a couple of those cards with you. But it could be fun. Could be fun. Could be a nice way to sort of redeem Amiibo Festival, right? Or at least part of it. And then what I think is the best one, my favorite idea out of these is a happy home showcase that uses NFC or that senses the phones that are around you. So this is gonna be like a street pass alternative. And when you're walking around wherever you
Oh.
go, you're gonna find people with their phone that have this game, and you're gonna see their houses. I was even thinking if Nintendo really goes all out on this one, maybe every house that has a separate router, like an internet router,
Mm.
that could be like a different IP address that could have a different home design. So you could actually have your home in this Animal Crossing sort of network, and you can design and decorate it however you want. And whenever anybody passes by, they can see it.
Man, that would be cool.
Yeah, man, I remember when people would change their internet names so that to trick Nintendo into making
Uh,
their place a hotspot. You remember
yes.
that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like, that is brilliant. I love that it works.
Yeah.
And that's something you can do. You could just be like McDonald's in the middle of your neighborhood. And that would be the place people go to get their street pass, you know?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, amazing ideas for sure. And there were like funny enough some cool decorating and customizing things that you could do in Amiibo Festival, you know? So,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. I think that's got some cool opportunities with it, you
Yeah.
know?
100%.
Yeah. And then honestly, like Puzzle League, Nintendo, why are they not making just fun little Puzzle League games
I
for
know.
everything?
I know.
Like, where's Puzzle League 99? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because Tetris 99 already does like such a good job with getting like all the different themes and stuff. Might as well do a Puzzle League version for people, and
Um
they could do all the themes that are. They already have the Animal Crossing one. They already have. Which other ones do they have, Sergio? You know more than I do.
for
Is there a
the
Pokemon one?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's Pokemon Puzzle
Pokemon,
League.
Fire
Yeah.
Emblem. Oh, Puzzle League. Yeah, just Pokemon, like a generic one, just called Puzzle League, and then the Animal Crossing one. That's it. But you're definitely
Mm.
right. They could do at least Puzzle League 99, but that one I'm honestly like legit scared if they do that because that's the game I'm the best at. Like I'm pretty good at that game, and I would maybe quit my job just to play this all day. Like I don't know. I don't. It's tempting. It's tempting.
Oh my gosh.
Well, just so you don't go broke, maybe they shouldn't make
Yeah.
it. But also, like, I thought you were gonna go more along the route of like, what if somebody takes me down? I'd be so upset, you know?
Uh, if that happens.
You don't think it'll happen.
No.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not great at it, so I know you'll beat me. Um, but yeah, it's a fun one.
Yeah.
Nina,
Mm.
what would you want out of an Animal Crossing mobile game?
Well, I've got 3 ideas, and especially my first one might be pretty big for a mobile game, but I maybe it could work out. But I used to play these fashion savvy games on my
Oh.
3DS or DS.
Yes,
It's been a
3DS.
while. Um and I'd love for there to be like an Able Sisters version of that. Where like you
Oh.
own a little store and you're in charge of like you're under their wing, but it's your store and you can decorate it in your own style and you can set its inventory. And then like villagers will come in and be like, I'm going on a date in a park. And so you have to give them like a little like romantic look, like with like a little straw hat or you know, they're like going to a fancy business meeting, so you've got to give them, you know, like a power
Yeah.
suit. And like then they could have little cute cut scenes when you give them the right look that they like. And you can kind of work your way up as a fashion star and eventually like compete against Lavelle and then
Oh.
even Gracie. Like I know this is kind of now just turning into a Nintendo game instead of a mobile game, but I think
Yeah.
it might be able to be done.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah. Little Animal Crossing fashion star is my first idea. I
I
would love
love
it.
it. Yeah, because I feel like, we have had these tools to create our own clothing and stuff. But I think the big limitation that we've hit, that I feel like other Animal Crossing spin-offs have been kind of used to address, for example, Happy Home Designer
Mm.
introduced like so many new things to indoor decor and everything and what we could do, but also let us design exteriors spaces too. So it felt like that was their playground to do that, and that really expanded the things that we could do up into new horizons. And then like Pocket Camp also played with exteriors and that sort of thing. But I think like the other aspect of customizable gameplay that we have is the clothing design, which we've had from the very beginning of the series. Like we've
Yes.
always been able to make our own patterns and make our own clothing and wallpapers and stuff, but it's not growing as quickly as I feel it should. Like,
Yeah.
why can't we design our own shoes? Why can't we design pants or shorts or those things, right?
Right.
Let's do that. I'm down. I'm
Yeah.
down to
Man,
design
you
all
took
of
it
those
even
things.
further. I
Yeah,
like it.
because I feel like it just unlocks so many things. Like
Yeah.
give us different hat styles that we
Yeah.
can. I think there's a lot that they could play with, and then in turn, we have a lot that we can. I don't know, just do in the future of Animal Crossing games, because I imagine they would add this to it.
I hope so.
Yeah. So I love this idea because I think it really, maybe even more so than my idea too, just
Oh.
because I think it does address something that I think has an opportunity for growth in this game.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
we could see more, storyline of LaBelle and Gracie, who kind of got a little bit kicked to the curb in New Horizons.
Yeah.
I know we see
Yeah.
LaBelle or Label, but she didn't do much.
Yeah, and then being the odd one out in the Able sisters too, it's like we know the least about her.
Yeah.
And so it would be pretty nice to definitely learn more, and because they have such a good backstory. Like everybody loves the
do.
Sable backstory and
Yeah.
everything. So getting a little bit deeper into that with Label, it'd be good. That's a great idea. I love it.
My next one is kind of more like an idle game where you have to grow little plants with leaf. Where you can like water them and let them sit and grow. And then as they get bigger, you can kind of learn about how to take care of them properly, and then maybe even set up different like biomes in a botanical garden or something like that. And visitors can come in and learn about your plants. I think that maybe it'd be cool too if like later Blathers is like, what a beautiful home. Let me give you some insects just to get rid of them from his museum. But like little leaf like growing simulator, like that could be super calming and have like nice chill music in the background. I think would be cute.
Mm-hmm.
Some calm, chill leaf vibes.
Yeah, I love that one too. I love me some plants and some greenery, and Leaf is a character that would be fun to explore for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe it could even be like its own wing of the museum, like the botanical gardens.
Ah,
Be
that's
fun.
true. Yeah.
Like a little
Mm-hmm.
greenhouse. And then my last one is just completely ripping off Unpacking, which is an amazing little indie game. Where it's Unpacking Animal Crossing Edition, where all it is like instead of decorating a villager's home with whatever furniture you want, they come packed, and you have to unpack and organize all of their stuff without adding anything new. So it's
Oh.
kind of like Happy Home Designer, but kind of more just like it'd be another like nice little chill game where you organize their stuff and you make it look nice, and then they can be happy.
Yeah.
That's it.
I
Those
like
are my
that
3
too.
games.
I think those are all really cute, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Unpack Animal Crossing Edition. I enjoyed that game as well. It was pretty nice.
So good.
Yeah. Mine, I didn't have many ideas, but I just had one, which I think basically I want like Sims. That's Animal Crossing.
Oh.
But I think, town builders are pretty fun on mobile. They tend to be one of the bigger types of genres that you see on there. And I don't know, an Animal Crossing skin town builder would be great. I think it'd be like a town builder slash creature collector game to me, where
Hmm.
my idea is basically like you're working in this little town and you're trying to turn it into a bustling society, which is kind of, the goal of New Horizons, really. But
Yeah.
I think it'd be like you just like build and decorate homes, you like place them, but the objective is really to just keep attracting new residents, and then from there you give them little jobs, you unlock shops and stuff, give them careers that they can work, and you just keep earning more money to build more houses and keep building more facilities and stuff. And then you get to the point where you're just like unlocking biomes and stuff where you
Yeah.
can really like, I don't know, change up their look in ways that we can't,
Right, right.
Are you imagining that it's like kind of zoomed out like SimCity?
Yeah, kind of, I guess. I think most of it would be like really just placing buildings and
Nice. Like kind of
building
like
up a
a
little
God's eye
town.
view.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that'd be really
Hmm.
definitely from above. But yeah, the objective would just be like attract all the animals to your
cool.
city. That's it. That's all you're trying to do.
Man, that'd be really cute too. If kind of like in New Leaf, how you start out with a jock and a sisterly, like eventually the peppies come, and then eventually the snooties come, like depending on how nice your city is.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think it'd be really cool. But yeah, I don't know. That's my basic idea. I think it's just something I want in general from the game.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, with how popular everything has been,
Hmm.
we'll soon see some spin-offs. That would be amazing.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I kind of wonder what we're gonna see next from the Animal Crossing team,
Yeah.
because we did see a fairly different approach to Animal Crossing in recent years, where we got that really long gap that was just spin-offs,
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm wondering what they're going to do, and I think because of its success, we're bound to see something sooner than later.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And I just hope I want more. I just want more Animal Crossing all the time. That way we don't have to be waiting around forever until whatever is next, Yeah. Cool. So, I mean, that's basically all we have to say today. Let's go ahead and hop into our Haken's Islander Corner and hear from our Patreon supporters. For anybody who doesn't know, every single week we ask our patrons on Patreon a question and read their answers out loud here for you. This week's question was, what Animal Crossing features do you think would improve other games? So we asked people to think about games they like and just think about like what features from Animal Crossing would make it even better. How about we go Nina, then Sergio, then me?
Sounds
Okay.
good. Our first one's from Summon Sloth, who says, having a little house or base to decorate with lots of different items would improve pretty much any game. Imagine being able to decorate your house in Legends Arceus or having proper secret base decorations in a brilliant diamond shining pearl. Is that right?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
correct.
Yes, I feel like we talked about this last time. It definitely, there needs to be more decorations. You got to make things cozy and cute. You got to personalize, and then I'm happy. That's all I need out of a game.
Yeah, for sure. That is something that I just enjoy in all sorts of games,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Nebula said, I would love to see town development in Pokemon games. There's a little of it in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Seeing new buildings come up, meeting new characters, etc. It's so fun. Imagine returning to Pallet Town or New Bark or Little Root and having new people to meet. Or maybe a network of secret bases? Something I think would be cool in Zelda or Pokemon or really any adventure or RPG game would be a large cast of characters who may or may not show up in your game, like the villagers. It would really personalize the experience to have different sets of non-playable characters for each playthrough. That is actually a really cool way of thinking about it because it would be like having villager sets for different games and they could just keep adding more and more to the sequels. I like that idea a lot.
Yeah, that would be interesting for sure. I think that's a fun way to think about it, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Great idea.
Yeah.
For the Whim said, I would like swimming to be a more consistent feature. I found in a lot of games, water hurts you or kills you, and I feel like opening that feature in more games would expand the world and the things you could do overall. I was thinking about this for games like Breath of the Wild and Pokemon Legends Arceus specifically, but I'm sure it could be helpful in other games too. Yeah, it takes a little bit before you can swim in Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Definitely jumped immediately into the water and was like, nope, this is not working.
You don't make it.
It's like
and Breath of the Wild.
It's like they've never been in water before.
Yeah,
I know. I mean, we know you're a fish, basically, right? So you never had trouble in the water.
No, you just move your arms. It's not hard.
Yeah. So yeah, I think swimming would be pretty beneficial, especially in something like Breath of the Wild. It has swimming, but like it's so stamina oriented too that it just makes it pretty easy to die.
Yeah, it's kind of like unsettling too. Like it gives me anxiety swimming in Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Ben says, my favorite parts about Animal Crossing are crafting, collecting, and customizing yourself and your surroundings. So I'd love for more games to have the ability to create and customize things like a house or items that you can use, as well as the ability to more intricately customize your own character with skin tones and hairstyles, etc. Pokemon could definitely learn from this. Collecting items to then use towards crafting and customizing items makes the little explorations and findings so much more necessary and important, rather than something you can just continually skip, which leaves out a good chunk of the game. Mario with crafting, like using mushrooms and other items to make his different power-ups, that sounds interesting, Nintendo. That does sound interesting. Mario Crafting World could be next.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, it's something that I've been really enjoying as part of Pokemon too. So,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe it is something that can find its way to fit into things. So,
Yeah.
I don't think that'd be too bad.
Yeah. Islander Phoebe said, "You know how in Animal Crossing your character says a little pun every time you catch a bug or a fish? Pokemon needs to take notes. Imagine how cute this would be. I caught an Onyx. That was unexpected.
No.
I caught coughing. Better pick up more medicine. I caught a Weedle. I was a Weedle bit nervous about it." I'll stop, but they should totally do this. There are only 898 Pokemon, so this wouldn't even be that hard. That's an awesome answer. And if they have multiple for them, they're gonna encourage you to catch so many more Pokemon. I love this idea.
Phoebe, get to work. We're ready.
Yes.
Yep. I'm sitting here and I'm like, where is this?
Yeah.
I want this update.
Incredible.
Come on. It's a great one.
Yeah.
All right, Moonfeathered said, I'm a huge fan of customization in games, so like others above me had said, I'd love to be able to decorate my house in Legends, Arceus, and other games, like in Animal Crossing. Wallpaper floors, customizable furniture, clothing in furniture shops and games are a huge plus to me, as well as appearance changing features. Being able to do custom designs in other games would be great too, as it encourages creativity and thinking outside of the box. Yeah, definitely. It's funny, I've been unlocking more and more of the clothing in Pokemon as well,
Yeah.
and I'm like, the screen for changing at the Able Sisters is just like, it's so much more convenient
Yeah.
than their menu. And then on top of that, like, I always thought I wanted more color palettes and options for each piece of clothing, but it's like almost too much in Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's like endless amounts of different kimonos that you can wear, and I'm like, I can't. When am I ever gonna pick one? It's overloading me. So I'm like, just strike a good balance with those things, and it will be good. But also, also like making your own custom ones. That's always great.
I've actually been matching my like pattern of my outfits in Arceus to the area where I'm hanging out.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
It's been fun. Let's see. Tumig says, I think if Pokemon had personalities like Animal Crossing villagers, it would make them so cute. Like, just imagine getting thundershocked by a cranky Pikachu, or being best buds with the lazy Munchlax, or a snooty Ponyta swatting away your Pokeball as you try to catch it. Give them some personality.
Yes.
I think he said something like that, Sergio, where it's like they have those like predetermined, I guess it's kind of like a personality, but then it doesn't do anything.
Right,
Pokemon.
exactly. Yeah.
This would be incredible.
Yeah. And it's funny because I also think of like the anime, right? That's a big part of Pokemon.
Yeah.
And Ash's Pikachu is just so spunky
Yeah.
at the beginning of the anime.
Yeah.
And you're like, where's that Pikachu? Like, I want to see
Yeah.
him throw some shade at some other characters.
And Charmander's kind of a jerk, right?
Yeah, Charmander's like really sweet, but then he evolves
Right.
and Charmeleon's just like always lounging about. He's a little teenager. And then Charizard is just like, nah, dude.
Oh
I'm
my
too good
gosh.
for this.
And the gang of Squirtles. I want a gang of Squirtles
Yeah, the
in my
Squirtle
game. They're like bullying people.
Yes.
Squirtle Squad is amazing. Who doesn't like Squirtle Squad?
With their sunglasses.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, one of the best. All right, well, I guess that's everybody, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, we didn't have too many answers this week, but I think the quality was definitely good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many great answers from people.
Sorry if I
Really-
answered your question in my sniffly voice. I'll try to be better next week.
No, you did great. You're keeping yourself well.
Yeah.
We want you to get a good night's rest. Don't keep you up too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for anybody who is a patron and wants to, start thinking about their next answer, our next week's question is, do you have any Valentine traditions in Animal Crossing? So, yeah, just let us know what you like to do on that day in this game, if anything, and we will, read them out loud here as we usually do.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to this episode of Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast. If you're sad to see us go, join us over on Discord. You can talk with other people who love Animal Crossing as much as you do, including Sergio, Nina, and me. Want to support Haken in a bigger way and tell us your answers to the Haken Islander Corner? Head over to patreon.com/ChuyPlays. $1 goes a long way to making this show even better and includes tons of goodies for you to enjoy. Get a special role on Discord, read a monthly newsletter, and get many other great rewards. We really appreciate the support and put your money towards some great things on the show. If you're listening on YouTube, do you have any Valentine traditions in Animal Crossing? Reviews really help the show get discovered by more people. Please leave a review on your platform of choice and let us know how we're doing. Haken is a wild production brought to you by Chuy, Sergio, Nina, and all of our patrons. We thank you for listening, and we hope you have a great week.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you all next time.